Alright, let's see. How it got like 5 minutes and it reset. Let's just start from the beginning. So first off, my father's here. He'll be joining us. My stream software crashed again while I was almost halfway through the script. So I'll be looking at stream health instead of my software. Alright. As you may have guessed, the desert isn't the best place for life to prosper. Therefore, in each of the deserts, there are 2 to 3 fewer plants. Basically, normally I'd put 5 in, but I put 2 here and the others only have 3. Yellow desert. The plant life of the yellow desert. Number 1. Walking cacti. Researchers are in intense debate about the taxonomy of the walking cacti, mainly but not limited to whether they count as demi-human or not. They are a great source of water in the yellow desert, and thus it seems that they haven't been able to start a civilization. Raid threat 3.5. One known raid possibility is king cacti. 2. The common yellow desert dusk rose. Just rolls off the tongue. The common yellow desert dusk rose, as the name suggests, is the most common plant in the yellow desert. It stores water whenever it rains and blooms the following dusk. The herbivores of the yellow desert. Number 1, yellow desert camel. Also known as the bearded camel, it has a thick beard to filter the sand of the yellow desert. Raid threat 0, no known raid possibilities. You might realize that right now I'm just talking about actual animals and not really monsters. That's by design. 2. Yellow jackrabbits. A small rabbit with yellow fur to blend into the environment. Raid threat 0. No known raid possibility. The predators of the yellow desert. 1. Yellow desert fox. A rather large fox with impressive eyesight. They use to find and catch yellow jackrabbits. Raid threat 0. No known raid possibilities. Okay. Yellow desert vulture. A bird that flies over the desert looking for the leftovers of stronger predators. Raid threat 0. No known raid possibilities. The apex. 1. Well, there is only one. Technically there are species, but king python. The king of the yellow sands is extremely large. Thankfully, making poison at such a size is impractical. There are 3 variants: diamond, gold, and lastly royal. These creatures are surprisingly intelligent, forming colonies and nests with a hierarchy where a royal purple king rules over the colony. The diamond variants are tough and strong, using their size and strength to be fierce warriors. Gold uses their skills to blend into their environment and launch ambushes on large prey. Raid threat 8. One known raid possibility. Birth of the king. Red desert. The plants of the red desert. Number 1. Silk ferns. Silk ferns are the main source of water in the red desert during the night. During the night, they release their thin leaves. Could probably put in some punctuation here, but oh well. Their thin leaves and let dew form on them. If in danger, it will pull back its leaves, which can stream. 1 moment. The stream got interrupted. Let's look at the stream health.
Again?
YouTube is not currently receiving data for this screen. If you believe this is incorrect, ensure you're sending a stream and that it is configured with the correct stream key. Gosh. So one moment.
Again?
On them. If in danger, it will pull back its leaves, which can bring one moment. Alright, that's where I left off. There. A moment. If in danger, it will pull back its leaves, which can be made into cloth. 2. Iron ball cacti. Growing on the toughest soil there is, the iron ball cacti are self-explanatory. A spherical cactus with a hard iron shell. 3. Sandwood tree. A long-lived tree that absorbs the sand from its surroundings and deposits them into its bark, coating itself in sandstone to protect itself from the iron sand. Goodness. The herbivores of the red desert. 1. Kangaroo mouse. A nocturnal small mouse capable of sneaking under the leaves of the silk fern and eating it it interrupted again. I don't know what. Yeah, connected, secured to the internet. Alright, yeah, I am still doing it, okay. Huh. This is annoying. I think I'll have to have your help checking it after this. The herbivores of the red desert. Kangaroo mouse. A nocturnal small mouse capable of sneaking under the leaves of the silk fern and eating it and its dew. Raid threat 0. No known raid possibilities. Number 2. Dust worm. A small crustacean-like creature the size of a chihuahua. Tapping along the sand, it's not the most interesting thing in the desert, but don't worry, we're getting there. Raid threat 0, no known raid possibilities. Then there's the main threat, the big thing that you'll have to fight all the time. 1. Red nightmares. One of, if not, the worst things I have made. It is a chimera of a spider and scorpion with the wings of a bat. They hide in the sand with red bodies to blend into their environment, and when they see food, they take flight. They are in plural because they travel in swarms, poisoning you and flying faster than you run. Unless you have a speed build, of course. Raid threat 9. There is one known raid possibility. Many living nightmares. Then there is the big guys of the red desert. 1. Steel drake. The fully grown form of a sand pup from the sand sea. They're coated in strong steel scales and have a strong steel beak that can tear into almost anything like a guillotine. They live near the active volcanoes, eating iron ball cacti. Raid threat 7. One known raid possibility. Mount Steel. 2. Steel turtles. Giant turtles with a steel shell, providing protection from almost anything. They are mainly herbivorous, but eat meat if readily available. They have a fierce rivalry with steel drakes. Their dung sinks into the iron sand and is imbued with magic, turning them into explosive ore. Raid threat 7. one known raid possibility, the Black Prophecy. Sand Sea, plant life. Okay, so I did a bit interesting right here. Basically, they're all technically 1/3 of this ancient plant. And I tried explaining a lot by telling you what each one can do and, and assuming you would understand that the others can't. For instance, 1. Snap Sand Ivy catches its prey like a mouse trap and is the only one strong enough to hold its prey.
Does it like constrict them afterwards and crush them?
No, it catches like a mouse trap and pulls them beneath the sand. 2. Stun Sand Ivy catches its prey with a powerful muscle relaxant.
How does it dose them? Is it on thorns? Is it on like dew that they come and lick? Or
Thorns mainly. 3. Snap Sand Ivy.
then right, it's on thorns with the powerful muscle relaxant on its thorns.
On its thorns. Snap Sand Ivy catches its sap Sand Ivy catches its prey, and instead of letting them decompose, it sucks out their blood. The herbivores.
Wait, how does it suck out their blood? How does it hold it long enough for the creature not to get away?
That's a fair point.
It either needs to be strong enough to hold it, but you said the snap sand was the only one that was, or it needs to do something to paralyze it, but the stun sand already uses that to stun them.
Mm-hmm.
You could have it use little painless needles.
Yeah.
So it doesn't know it's getting drained, which is kind of terrifying.
I could also try and have it be some sort of anticoagulant. Okay, so this has been annoying. Alright. Let's see. I do think that is a bit of a thing there, though. I saw that, but yeah, I think it would be some sort of anticoagulant goodness. They're like the harvesters from Vena Carnis or something. The herbivores. 1. Sand axolotl. Has strong gills to bear the sand. Still small and adorable. Raid threat 1. One known raid possibility. Overwhelming cuteness. 2. Desert Bass King. Some may know the Bass King is native to the northern seas, but somehow Bass King can survive in the Sand Sea, which baffles researchers since they're not adapted to the environment at all. Raid threat 0. No known raid possibilities. The Predators. It should be noted that anything in the sand has its name removed until it surfaces, so you have no idea what's underneath the sand. Number 1. Sand Pup. A juvenile steel drake. Their growth slows once they get their steel scales, so to grow quicker, they live in the sand sea until they can make their way to the Red Desert.
So,
Dang it. Oh dear. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to look after this. Sand Pups, a juvenile steel drake. Raid threat 4. One known raid possibility, Sand Leviathan. Alright. Then 2. Poisoned sand drippers, which I totally came up with the name before the actual creature. However, a colony of tiny poisonous snakes wrapped around one another to hunt and defend each other from. Actually, wait, no, they're venomous. Gosh darn, it keeps wanting to crash for some reason. Excellent condition, it says, before it crashes in like the next minute. Poison sand drippers. I don't know how much of that you heard, so I'll just restart. I basically made the name before the creature. A colony of tiny venomous snakes wrapped around one another to hunt and defend each other. Raid threat 2. One known raid possibility. Snakes. And. Dang it. Okay, so let's see. It's supposedly streaming. Alright, yep. Excellent condition for some reason. Oh gosh, this just completely melted down. One moment. Condition, it says, before it crashes in like the next minute. Poison sand drippers. I don't know how much of that you heard, so I'll just restart. I basically made the name before the creature. A colony of tiny venomous snakes wrapped around one another to hunt and defend each other. Raid threat 2. One known raid possibility. Snakes. And. Dang it. Okay, so let. Alright, yeah, I basically just. I basically just added snakes and ladders to it as a joke. The apex is the ancient form of the plants we saw earlier. A ravenous beast of a plant. Apex predator, swallow sand ivy, with thick roots to trap prey, toxins to immobilize them, and the ability to suck out the blood of their victims. They earn their spot as apex pred. I caught it that time. They only live in the deeper regions of the Sand Sea because of human intervention. Raid threat 4. One known raid possibility. It arises. And with that, I guess it'll just crash in like 5 seconds or so. And then, that.
Did it finally save?
No, it's been like crashing for the past, I don't know.
A bunch.
Yeah, it's like crashed 15 times this stream. Scuffed. Your stream will stop immediately. You will no longer be live. Yeah. Alright.
Are we good? Are we done?